And three, two. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good week. Guys, I was only talking about food allergies actually. Oh, good lord, food allergies on a recent podcast, and I think it's very important, and I really want to highlight this because, oh man, I had a Japanese yesterday, and I'm allergic to MSG. And Jesus Christ, if you're watching me on YouTube, maybe it could be hard to see with the lighting in here, but the bags I get under my eyes from Japanese food, MSG in general, it's unreal. So guys, I'm going to talk about people who love to lie in relationships. But you know what? I actually want to point out one thing here. If you do struggle with bags under your eyes, it doesn't necessarily mean you're getting older. It actually could very, very simply be, because I suffer from this myself, it could literally be an allergy that you have of a certain food. And believe me guys, in a couple of days, I won't have any Japanese food, no MSG, and my eyes will be absolutely grand. I've seen this many a time. And actually, quite honestly, it actually makes me feel a bit better, because I was like, oh my god, maybe I'm getting older. Oh jeez, god, it's all over. We all got a bit fucking conscious of this stuff. But I tell you guys, food allergies can be an absolute killer. MSG and gluten, that's a really big one, isn't it? Or is that the same fucking thing? I actually don't know that myself now, to be honest. But Jesus, it's shocking. It's like my eyes are like getting, I don't know, like they're really warm, and all of a sudden they get watery after the food. It's fucking hell, man. It's incredible. And what was it I had? The beef bowl. That's right. I mean, as it's gorgeous. But the MSG, and even I asked for no MSG. I asked for no fucking MSG yesterday, and and the eyes still came out baggy. So I think they just didn't have a clue what I was saying. MSG, an absolute killer. Anyway. Okay, let's get on with it. So today, we're going to speak about people who enjoy lying to you when you're on a dating app or in a relationship. It's funny because I was actually looking over some comments this morning, and this actually came up. This is why I'm doing this episode, because some people are like, I can't believe why people are lying, and why are people lying? So for instance, guys, like there's a lot of people now on the dating apps that people are, okay, one, they're lying about their age. Two, they're lying that they're single, and they're not single. Three, they've got this career and it's wonderful and this and that and blah blah blah, and I'm too busy to meet up. But really, actually, they're not. They're just doing fuck all, and they're just trying to talk to so many people and try and get some ego boosts here. Or they do have, back to tying in number two, they do have a relationship on the go at the moment, and they can't afford to meet you. Now guys, I don't want to be painting it too bad of a picture here, because look, not everyone's like this. Right? Not everyone is a bullshitter. Not everyone is a liar. There's plenty of people out there that like to speak the truth. They're coming across as truthful. But even worse, I was reading some online dating stats. And by the way, guys, check out my episode, Dating Stats Reveal Part 2. I'm going to go through a lot more of this, by the way. There was one dating stat that this fucking website put up. And, I don't want to be getting in trouble, so I'm not going to mention the name. But the actual fucking one of their stats was 98% of people say that they speak the whole truth on dating apps. Really? 98%? Like I'm saying, guys, there's plenty of people out there that speak the truth. But are you telling me 98%? Now, guys, I'll tell you now, what I've seen on social media up to now, that's complete and utter bollocks. Especially when I'm the guy sort of doing this dating thing, right? Going through these dating scenarios. That is utter horseshit. I would say, I can't even remember what I was saying on the podcast, but it's hard to know how many people actually do lie on these fucking apps. Is it 50-50? That's probably a good one. Now, look, some people say some white lies, and, they don't want to get into something with somebody, and, there's no excuse for lying, right? But where do we draw the line? Like, between a white lie and, oh, look, okay, she was lying or he was lying about this, and, all right, I'll let it go. I can understand where they're coming from. Where do we draw the line? You know, I'll even admit it, guys, right? I'm going to personally admit it because I'm not ever trying to be the hero on my podcast here. I've lied about my age on dating apps. Yes, I have. Now, my only justification? Didn't want to get into a relationship anyway. So I said, well, hey, fuck it. Why ruin it telling them my age? 43 years of age. Didn't want to mention my age. But, hey, what can you do? And it's no excuse because I'm clearly full of shit. Now, what I just normally do now is I just don't show my age. Even though it's quite stupid, the fact that I'm on social media and people know me and they're hearing that I'm saying my age. But anyway, that was a while back. I just don't show my age now, and I'd rather not get into it with the person. If somebody does ask me, I will tell them most of the time. Wow, you're probably tuning off right now. You hate my guts. But hey, guys, you know, there's plenty of women and men that lie about their age all the time. I mean, I remember my ex-girlfriend. She told me that she was 31. 31, my fucking bollocks, she was 31. But I didn't actually mind. I was like, God love her, you know, conscious about her age and stuff. But I went with it. It was okay. I went with it. I didn't believe it for 1 second that she was 31. But hey, what are you going to do? But my point is, guys, people do lie. Okay? Now, I didn't get some pleasure from lying to people. Not for I will tell you that. Not for 1 second did I get pleasure that I duped the person into believing something. Not for 1 split second did I have that thrill. There is people out there that actually do get off, right? It's like foreplay to them, that they really do get off on lying to you and getting away with a lie. It's unreal. In fact, my ex-girlfriend was just like that. She'd say a lie, and I'd look away and kind of go, I don't know about that. And I'd look back, and she'd have this, she was so stupid, fucking stupid. She'd almost have this look of, wow, I can't believe I got away with that. And you could see she was getting off on it. No, she didn't get away with it because there was no way I could prove that she was lying, but she got off on the fact that she tried to bullshit me every now and then. So I know this, right? Now, there's plenty of guys out there, plenty of girls out there, and I think when I say plenty, it's still a very small percentage of people that get off on this lying business. But we have to keep this, I think it's important, guys, to keep that tool in the back of your head, right? That, fuck, I wouldn't necessarily believe everything people say. Give people the benefit of the doubt? Yes. If it hurts you, well, then maybe that's a different scenario. And if you've got really big doubts about the person, well, then I would be saying to myself, well, hang on. Maybe people actually are full of shit and this person's getting off on it. Right? In fact, guys, I actually think some people are so bad, they don't feel guilt over lying to you. In fact, they can't wait. They can't wait for the next scenario where they can lie to you. They're missing it. They want it. They're craving it. Right? Like, I used to act. Okay? And I still do act. Now, what they say in acting, believe it or not, guys, but it's okay whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. But they say acting, you don't act in acting. In other words, you have to come from a place of truth, because the audience isn't stupid. If people can tell you're overacting or, you know, you're not being real, people can tell straight away, right? So you can't get away with it. You have to base it on real feelings. Now, in some acting scenes, you might have to have a scene where you have to cry, right? Now, you might be, you know, you lost your best friend, right? And you have to cry in the scene in acting. Now, you might never have lost your acting scene, your best friend in real life, so you have to maybe try and reach into your toolbox of memories where you've got to trigger off a moment of losing your pet dog, right? And then that'll work. Or you could have lost, you know, touch wood that you didn't. You could have lost a loved one, right? So you tap into that memory and use it for that scene. So technically, yeah, you're faking it, but you're bringing reality to it at the same time. You know? Now, In those scenarios in acting, if you do a good job, which I have done recently, or in my recent acting moments, when you're on that stage or in front of that camera and you're acting and you bring truth, reality to it, real feelings, even though in a way you know it's not real, there's an amazing thrill off that, right? And you don't think the audience is stupid for watching you or believing it, or, oh, nice job, Peter. You don't think that, because you did tap into some real feelings, right? But there's an amazing sense of, wow, I committed to something that wasn't real, because it's not real at the end of the day, right? It's not real at the end of the day. You're tapping into reality, yes, but the scenario's not real. So there's a great thrill out of that. So, guys, I believe it, and I know it. A lot of people are full of shit out there. And believe me, guys, here's the nice thing about it. I wouldn't worry for 1 second about these people that actually get a thrill out of lying to you. You know why? Because they'll show themselves. They're so fucking stupid in their head that they'll actually show that they got away with it. They want to shout from the rooftops that they got away with it. In fact, they almost want to turn around and say to you, haha, you fucking idiot, I got away with this. Haha, joke's on you, I'm fucking smart, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. So even if they don't go to that stage where they announce it to you, they'll show you. They will show you. Whether it's a big smile on their face or it's a sneaky little smile, they will reveal themselves. And this 98%, guys, I hope you're not reading online dating stats. I only decided to look through these dating stats because I was like, I wonder how other people are getting on out there. What do people talk about with dating stats? Or do they actually fucking reveal dating stats? Now, this 98%, I hope, guys, that you're not going to be gullible and believe that, because I don't think most of you will anyway. That's total and utter horseshit. 98% of people are true. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's the biggest lie ever. Like, think about it. 98 people out of 100, let's say, actually went with the same one. Oh, yeah, I speak the truth. That's actually quite kind of disturbing, because it just shows you how many people are full of shit. I'd say at best, it's 50-50. At best. But you know what, guys? You should never worry about this sort of thing, because you can only take people's word on things. So as long as you're, like, here's the solution to all this. As long as you're being truthful, that's all that matters. Because you won't freak out about the next person that comes along. Are they telling me the truth? You might have doubts, yes, but you won't be sitting there in cold sweats in the middle of the night, not sleeping, going, oh my God, what are they doing? No, that only comes from guilt of, are you bullshitting other people? So if you keep your nose clean, speak the truth, tell the truth all the time, no matter what, you have nothing to worry about. You take the person's word. Why not? Assume that they're good people. Assume that people are telling you the truth. But then if some red flag comes up, well then go to that. Well, hang on a second. Maybe this Peter guy's right. Maybe people actually do get a thrill out of it. Because believe me, guys, I lived through that with my ex-girlfriend, and I couldn't believe the reaction on her face. And actually, I think I had my head in the sand for years about it, I think in many ways, we all know on the back of our heads that we know that people get a thrill out of this type of thing. But you don't want to believe it either, right? Which, look, it's understandable, for fuck's sake, we're all human, So guys, that's what I would suggest. Solution, keep your nose clean, because then you'll be able to trust other people more. Now look, there's some great liars out there, and if you get conned, well then you get conned, for fuck's sake. There's everything right. Trusting people, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's the best word. Not necessarily trusting them, just giving them the benefit of the doubt that they actually are telling you the truth. Unless they're guilty and they show that they're guilty. And believe me, guys, if they get a thrill out of it, like I said, they will show themselves very, very quick. They want to be shouting from the rooftops how dumb you are and how smart they are and their evil little fucking hearts. So anyway, guys, I hope this helps. And please, don't read every dating stat online. Or, if you do, don't believe all of them because, for fuck's sake, everybody can make up anything. I could write an article right now on 1% of the population is full of shit, or they're speaking the truth. Doesn't mean I'm being honest. I could just be completely full of shit. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening in. Talk to you later.